Yeehaw! Wait, is that wrong? It's not yeehawing.
Oh, that's yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
That boogie better be boot scooting or else I ain't tootin'.
Woohoo! What's that in good taste? Woohoo!
Yee-doggy.
Yee-doggy.
Get up your pickups and load up your fan boats, because we're hitting the bayou.
That's right. It's Was That in Good Taste presents Behind the Bar Gatorwine. Gator?
I hardly know her.
Oh, I respect women, I promise. If I have to say it, do I?
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide! Welcome to Wasn't in Good Taste presents Behind the Bar, your podcast where we take you behind the bar, pretend like we're friends, we get smashed, thrashed, and we go get some ass!
And a little Johnny Cash.
My name is James.
And I'm Chandler.
Woo! Okay, I'm done. I'm
right,
I'm a little excited there. I had to get it out of me.
You're a little too zesty.
I gotta get it out of me. Okay, I've been watching. You know what it is? Since the last episode, I've seen Wicked twice.
Oh my!
And I'm just saying, you hear Defying Gravity more than once. How could you not? Okay.
How could you not?
How could you not be like this?
Just so amped.
I am just amped. So we're doing Gatorwine. Why? Because I wanted to. It's something that I'd seen online. I think I'd seen on Reddit. I think that's very popular, where you take a cheap red wine with blue Gatorade, and you have yourself a time.
A little cocktail, a little cockteaser.
So I grabbed blindly 2 wines, 1 red, 1 white. We have 2 glasses.
Here's the other one.
We have a bottle opener.
This time.
And I've never had. Have you had this before?
A Gatorwine?
Have you had a Gatorwine before?
I have not. I can't say that I've had plenty of different types of wine spritzes. Some with cola, some with 7-Up.
Is this a spritz?
Ginger ale. Well, there's no carbonation, so I'd be not so inclined to call it a spritz so much as a...
What would you call it? It's a cocktail, right?
A bastardization. That's what I'd call it. An affront to God.
Wine? Oh my God. You're putting a wine in Gatorade?
You're spitting in the face of generations of traditions.
Oof. Were you surprised when I suggested this?
In full honesty, when you first suggested it,
did that? I didn't mean it.
I thought you were talking about getting one of those like niche bottles of wine that's got like a baby alligator or something in it. Like they bottled it with an animal inside, and I was
I'm
like,
too moral for that.
That doesn't seem very on brand for your
too
vegan sensibilities.
Moral for that.
Oh, let's see if this one's a good one.
So first,
fantastic.
I'm not quite. I went blind. I didn't even look at it, so I actually have no idea what this wine is. So we have a Madame Boblo Bobble. What is a bobble? I don't know what that is.
Are you saying words right now?
Boblau? It has an umlaut. It has an umlaut.
Oh, so is it a German wine?
Well, it says here that it comes from the Mediterranean coast of Spain.
Oh, interesting. It doesn't really have too much legs to it. I'm guessing it's kind of on the lighter side. This is my projection. I'm projecting onto the wine.
Okay.
Not a very high alcohol content. Not a lot of body. Like it's gonna be a pretty light.
What would you say? Since you know so much about alcohol content,
easy drinking table wine. I would say it's probably around like 11 or 12% rather than like a 13 or a 14, or even like one of them high Merlots that just cling to the glass. This almost seems slippery, but also not too syrupy. Oh, I'm seeing the legs now.
Oh, you're seeing that 13.9%.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I just needed to give it some time to drip down the glass.
That's right. Made of indigenous Spanish grapes and old vineyards. That's right. From the distillery that brings you Rafael Cantineres' Volvier from 2004. This elegant lady is made from 100% bulbul, which is a grape from Valencia, Spain. It is a blending grape, which is why actually I do know a little bit about. I've seen this grape before, but I've never had it like this before because it tends to be part of a blend. And it says here that it's been proven more than capable of standing on its own. What I figure that means, it's going to be a little sweet. It's not going to be the most complex, but at $12 for a bottle, right? I'm expecting it to just be dried fruit, but a little sweet, not too jammy, right? So I'm going to give that a go.
You're going to try it out? I'm going to give my assessment while you try it. I find it to be a bit, not tannic, but is on the drier side. It doesn't have the body of something that would be like full tannin, full body. It's not a whole lot of dark fruits going on. It almost kind of reminds me of like a fig fruit leather. Like
I could see that. I could see that.
Like one of those Whole Foods or like kind of like fig fruit by the foot, but it's not a real one. It's or like it's not
it's like fruit pleather.
Fruit pleather. That's a good one, but also not sweet enough. Not sweet enough. It just it kind of is a bit one note. I'm gonna say.
I agree. It tastes like it's one note.
It's got kind of a slight tartness at the forward, like that of raspberry. But the body itself, almost like prune or fig or one of those fruits that like old people like. You know, not one of those fun fruits that young people like. You know, like peaches or persimmons. It's not that.
No dragon fruit.
Not passion fruit.
Starfruit skin.
Ooh, it's almost a bit melony. Like I would get like almost the rind of a honeydew.
Oh man, I feel pretty upper class talking about wine. I feel pretty upper class.
You feel pretty fancy,
but guess what? I'm not an upper class motherfucker. Oh no,
we ain't doing that old city slicking, wine tasting, bumble yoking, schlobbin dobbin.
I saw on the internet. I love my people from the South or wherever the hell that fake ass accent's coming from. Please do not take this as me.
I'm kind of curious where that accent is. Like, where if you were to place that accent,
it's like the Colonel from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh,
you know? But it's not a real accent because I don't want to make fun of. I don't want to.
Well, the Colonel's supposed to be Kentucky.
From Kentucky.
From Kentucky. There's something. There's something.
I don't sound like a. I don't sound like a very effeminate white man.
Like a Leslie Jones,
or like Lindsey Graham, Lindsey Jones, same.
Lindsey
Graham is like.
I always get Leslie Jordan and Leslie Jones confused. And that's on me. That's my fault.
I am terrified. It's supposed to be equal parts, so I just
I'm thinking of Leslie Jordan.
You are thinking about Leslie Jordan, not Leslie Jones. Leslie Jones is the black. She was in SNL.
Like I know who both of them are. It's just their names get flip flopped.
The one from that SNL skit with what's his face, Mr. Jerkoff. I forget his name. You know, the one where he pretends that he's a sassy black woman. He's working in a place in the SNL skit. Do you not remember that?
This doesn't narrow it down.
He's like, baby. And it turns out the whole time that he was just doing that to be on her good side. But then it turns out that she doesn't really talk like that. And
wait,
what's his name again?
He
got canceled.
Louis?
Yeah, it was Louis. It was the Louis SNL. Oh. Anyway, I'm going to pour orange Gatorade thirst quencher into this wine to an equal portion. I think.
In that case, I think I overfill because we're gonna want to try. With all the different.
Well, I definitely put more wine than you.
Well, no, I'm just doing.
You're trying to keep room in your tummy.
No, I'm gonna have to pee.
Oh, you know what's really crazy?
If we keep on doing like full glasses for 4 of these, that's gonna be a lot on my little bladder, my tight little bladder.
I have to say,
my snap tight little.
I did not
puckered up little bladder.
Think about that. So this may be too much. And oh god, I'm trying to go in on it. Okay,
he's going in.
You ready?
This does seem like a like one of those kind of drinks that you bring out like poolside during like 4th of July kind of weekend. It's not on the 4th of July. It's one of those like, oh, it's July 3rd, but hey, it's a Saturday and we're going to have a good time.
I don't hate that. Fuck.
What's interesting, I think, is that we have 4 different Gatorade flavors here. And I think one of the funny things about Gatorade is like none of them really say what they taste like. They just kind of give vibes, except for orange.
And this one, which is fruit punch.
With fruit punch.
And grape.
But even fruit punch is relatively ambiguous.
And cucumber lime.
Orange is the only Gatorade that tells you the color and the flavor.
Oh my God.
And the vibe. It hits all 3. It is orange. Like if I were to drink your shirt right now, it would taste like this Gatorade.
Orange.
Door
hinge.
4-inch.
Porridge. What do you think? No. I hit that in one fucking.
You did no.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I haven't poured it in yet. Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
It's Gatorwine. He's out here pinky out. He's out here. Oh, cheap ass.
Did you? Oh, who'd have thought? Slamming the fucking glass.
You know what? These are the cheap wine. You know what? No, it's stemless.
Oh.
I have a stemless wine glass.
Have you seen those where it's like, oh, it's a stemless wine glass, but it's just got a spike, so it's like, oh, you could put it in the sand if you're at the beach. But what if you're not at the beach? Huh? What are you gonna do then?
Look,
Mr. Picnic guy.
I'm doing it. I'm holding it.
You're just gonna stab it into the ground? What if it's a hot summer day and you're picnicking in a place that's got a clay soil?
I don't know what to do, my dear. I just have this. Oh, I didn't know we were going to a beach where it's mostly hard clay. And it's also really rare and stuff. And so you have to be careful. I can't believe that happened. What is happening? We switched roles. That's it. I'm in for it.
When have I ever broken a glass? Huh?
In for a penny, in for a pound.
When have I ever made a fool of myself? Huh?
All I did was sit it down barely.
When have I?
It cost $1. No, it didn't. But whatever. It wasn't that expensive. This is like garbage cheap.
Okay. What's your assessment of the orange one?
Refreshing, but not great. But refreshing.
I feel like it adds the
I love Gatorade.
the little twinge of citrus to it. However, it is a bit watery, I will say. Okay. Second assessment.
This guy over here is like, well, I am going to assess putting Gatorade in wine.
What's the point? What's the point of doing this whole charade if not to pretend we have an aura of sophistication?
I'm putting Gatorade in wine.
Yeah.
Let me. Okay, hold on. I put a little red Gatorade with the boba wine.
You never, like, as a kid, got like a bunch of fountain drinks? Or like just one fountain drink and then kept on going. Or like you're sitting at the fountain at McDonald's and you're trying the different things and you're like, I really like the legs on this fountain Sprite, but the Pib on the other hand has body.
This has maintained the delicate red color and ruby red kind of nose of dried fruit with the fruit punch. I'm beginning to feel a little bit of the essence of blackberry, licorice, and of plum. Oh. The palate originally had a little toasted spice, but with the Gatorade, I think the aspartame, the water, the electrolytes, bring out the terroir.
You know, I do think that the fruit punch is of the two.
It's nice,
so far,
actually.
It's the most akin to a sangria.
That's actually pretty sangria.
Do you know what like is usually in a fruit punch? Like I feel if I were to take a guess, if I'm just shooting from the hip here, I would guess
this.
That's Hawaiian punch, fruit punch flavored. I stand corrected. I would guess
this is what's in it.
It's got strawberry, cherry, pomegranate, citrus, and pineapple.
Blue 1, red 40, ascorbic acid, potassium, aspartame.
That's it.
Isn't that
That's
in
all
natural
of it?
flavors?
What do the natural flavors mean?
When have you ever had fruit punch?
What do you mean? When have I ever had fruit punch?
When is the last time you went somewhere and you got something that was not fruit punch flavored,
That was actual fruit punch.
but it was actual fruit punch? Because fruit punch is I don't have to look. Is grape juice.
Really?
It's grape or apple juice because you need a base.
So
It says white grape
yeah,
or apple juice.
I agree with that.
Then it's like a little bit of cherry juice.
And pomegranate juice is a lot more popular in these kinds of things than I think than we would expect. Because like I've made a jungle juice out of a variety. You either get like a pomegranate cranberry or something like that to give it the nice red flushness.
Okay, drinking that first glass so fast I don't know. That might have been a little too much because I don't know.
And now you can't set it down.
I can't sit it down. Okay. I'm gonna try.
You're just chugging right along.
I'm good. Listen. Okay, we don't have 5 hours. Okay,
What? How much time do we have?
we have a half an hour.
Oy vey.
If I was a rich man, I wouldn't drink Gatorade with wine.
So
Imagine being the person. I'm sorry, but if you have to drink Gatorade with wine, if you have to maintain,
I don't think you have to drink Gatorade with
I
anything.
said if you have to.
Oh.
If you go, man, if I don't mix the Gatorade with my wine, I'm gonna have a hard time. I would say maybe you should pull back. Wow, actually,
Okay.
oof.
All right. So now you're doing Arctic Cherry. No, sorry. So I fucked up. I recant. This is Glacier Cherry. And typically this flavor of Gatorade tends to emulate like the what are the popsicles that got the red, white, and blue on them? It's that kind of popsicle.
It's gross. Ugh.
I'm gonna kind of switch up my PEMDAS a little bit. My orders of operations. I'm gonna pour the Gatorade first.
Ugh.
And then I'm going to pour my red wine into it, you see. And maybe this creates some sort of osmotic combination of things. Wow.
Extra hydrogenated.
Yeah.
I feel like
Oxygenated.
I feel like this one's giving me a headache. Oh my God.
All right. Let's see. So it's cherry. A tart cherry popsicle sweetness to pair with our tart kind of underripe blackberry scented flavored wine. What's your assessment? You seem displeased.
Taste it. Please, God.
I'm gonna. That's what I came here to do. It's like, okay, you know when you're about to do a chore and then, someone says, "Hey, can you do this chore?" And then you're like, "Well, fuck
I
you.
don't want to do it anymore.
What if now that you want me to do it means I don't want to do it? Huh? That's a lie. I'm still going to do
This
it. Because it's my idea to
is
do it.
disgusting.
It smells the most...
It smells candy.
Yeah. It smells candy-y.
It smells like a lot like the Gatorade. It smells like an undescript kind of citrusy, lemony, limey kind of thing. But I feel like it makes it too tart. And I like this flavor, by the way. I like
This
it.
is usually one of my favorite... What are your top 5 Gatorade flavors?
Smoking on top 5. Let's go. I actually don't like the fruit punch that much. I like fruit. For one, I mostly drink 0-calorie
Oh, Gatorade. Zero. Yeah.
because
Good one.
there's a lot of sugar in these, and I'm just trying not to like do that to myself.
Yeah.
But I do like fruit punch sometimes. I like the blue one. I do like this one. I like the purple ones a lot. I like the glacier one and the fierce one, but I think the purple glacier one is better.
The fierce one is like that deep dark purple.
Yes, yeah.
And then the glacier one, that's like the lighter kind of lavender one, right?
Yes.
That one, the G2 of that one, fantastic.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
it's hard to find regular Gatorade.
Isn't it?
Yeah, like this is regular Gatorade, but it's like weird because this is Frost.
Frost. That's a regular.
This is regular Gatorade.
Okay, is Frost just? I feel like it's kind of like Bionicles, where it's like, yes, these are first edition. These are also Bionicles.
Yeah, these are like cool and freeze. That's why.
Yeah. These ones, I love also the naming conventions of Gatorade. Like, that's something I really want to do a deep dive on one of these days.
Oh my God. That's it. Next episode of Was That in Good Taste? Haterade. Where we do a grand comparison. Body Armor, Gatorade, Prime, Powerade.
Oh,
7 Select Aid.
What is that one?
7-Eleven's.
I've never even heard of
7-Eleven, 7 Select. That's their brand.
Skeptical. I'm 7 skeptical. 7 selectical.
This guy. Oh, I should go to Costco. Why didn't I just go to Costco?
Why didn't you just go?
Oh yeah, because I would have had like 5 packs of each.
Where does vitamin water fall on that scale for you?
I love vitamin water, but
because I feel like if anyone's sipping on Haterade, it's 50 Cent, and he owns vitamin water.
God, fuck, this is so nasty. I hate this so much. I thought, to be fair, when I picked this, I picked it because I'm a big baby, and I really hate drinking things I don't like. I really don't want to, right? Because you shouldn't fucking have to. But it's not funny to do things you don't like. I saw this. I thought, I'm not going to like this. But
you were so excited to do this.
But not really.
I feel like
I'm trying because
you went into this with so much enthusiasm.
I'm trying
not
to be funny.
Not to convince me, but to convince yourself.
Yes, that's the point.
You like this.
That's the point. But the thing is,
well, I'm just now coming to this conclusion.
I didn't expect it.
I was fooled.
I didn't expect it to be good, right? But I actually find that the regular fruit punch and orange are tasty.
I mean, it makes sense.
This
like,
glacier,
those are sangria flavors.
Fucking weird, and I think it's mainly because this flavor some people don't like. It's a strange flavor. It's like a citrusy kind of, not that sweet kind of. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
it's kind of like tart cherry juice, but also it's not tart. It's not too tart on its own. On its own. Pretty thirst quenching.
Delicious, refreshing. It has a little bit of cherry because that's what this is really.
Do I have enough time to tell you a fun anecdote about Gatorade?
Please hit me.
There was this one time
with the anecdote.
In middle school. I was in a football game. It was a flag football game, but it was like full contact flag football, and I played
flag football.
So like,
what a lady! Don't even listen. What does that? What does that mean?
And we're not going to dive into it. You know, we're just going to let sleeping dogs lie. So if you played like line in this flag football league, it was still like fairly full contact. It was just like instead of like tackling, you just had to grab the flag, but you could block like any regular kind of blocking. Anyway, I played center in this, and our last like championship game of like our little intramural thing between the middle schools. It was the finals. We had one of the best records that our school, like if we win this, we bring home a banner to the middle school gymnasium kind of stakes. I was the center. It was raining, pouring, cats and dogs. It was so cold. Granted, not as cold as it wasn't a snow game, but
it was 70 degrees.
It was a cold 70 degrees. And I didn't like, it's flag football. We didn't have like gloves or anything to like give like any extra stick, any grip or nothing. But one of the parents was very gracious and always had brought a big thing of Gatorade. Like they did the powdered mix kind of thing in one of those coolers, so that we had something to replenish and hydrate between. I dunked my hands in cups of this Gatorade just to get the stickiness of the sugar so that I could get some sort of traction on the ball. And that is why there will always be a special place in my heart for blue Gatorade. Like it's arguably the best Gatorade already. Blue.
You're not the worst. You're not. You know what? You're not the first person.
I'm not the first person.
That's
to say
that's not the Gatorade thing to make your hands sticky. Is not a new thing though.
It wasn't. I know I wasn't the first one.
They'll
but
take a little bit of Gatorade and they'll splash it on their hands.
You just gotta get a little sticky. It's sticky.
They'll make it sticky.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'll tell you this.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that as much as you hate that.
I think
also really like Gatorade.
This Blue Frost is much better because it has the same characteristics of this, which is where I think it's almost like a winter berry.
If you're gonna talk about my Gatorade, you get its fucking name.
What is his name? What is his name?
Glacier Freeze.
Glacier Freeze. It's a winter berry, right? This is like a winter berry kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where it's the same as this, but it has some extra berries. It's still citrusy, but it's
got more blue.
I understand.
It's got more.
Well, make it sticky.
Blue is the best flavor, the best genre of Gatorade, because blue isn't a singular flavor. There's a whole family of blue Gatorades. And
does this have Red 40?
I'm sure.
I'm wondering because I just realized that the packet that I have has Red 40, and I do have ADHD like diagnosed for a long time since I was 5, and I'm not a kid, but Red 40 is known for hyperactivity in children. That's why it's banned in places. It's not that it's bad for you. It's that it can cause hyperactivity.
I did not know that.
In kids, that's why. So I'm just wondering if there's Red 40 in this. Because now I understand, because I wonder.
And I wonder.
Oh, I don't know. There's not natural.
If you know.
That's interesting.
Well, that's this recipe. Who's
this is
to
good.
say what former recipes of it did have?
What do you think about this? What do you think about the Glacier?
Let me taste it out. Glacier Freeze.
Glacier Freeze.
And again, Glacier Freeze is my number one.
That's your rap name.
That,
Ladies and gentlemen, Glacier Freeze.
I'm Mr. A Cold Miser. I'm Mr. Snow. I'll come and get wiser. I'll sell you 10 bags of blow.
Boom. Tell me, what do you think about the Glacier Freeze? Tell me.
Fuck, that's good.
It's
Fuck,
actually
that's good.
now
that's good.
having had this.
That's
It's better than all the other ones. This is so good.
To quote Christoph Waltz, that's a bingo.
You would pick somebody who played an SS soldier.
I don't like the way. I don't like your tone.
Oh shit. Oh man, it's good. That's good.
That's pretty damn delicious. Okay, I see we went through the whole
I did it backwards on purpose. I did it like that. Look at me. I did it on purpose because this is the main flavor, and I had a feeling this would be the worst, which is why I did that one before the one that's supposed to be the flavor.
Interesting. So this was part of your elaborate ruse all along?
And I wanted to wrap up with, I mean, this is still not expensive, you know?
What do we got? It's a Falangina.
Well, do you know anything about a Falangina? I don't know anything about a Falangina.
I just know that it was when we worked at the store that we worked at that had this. It was frequently requested and had a certain kind of following that just made it like people who wanted it know what they wanted. They'd come in and they say, "Hey, do you have any of the Falangina?" And I'd say, "Hey,
I was gonna say, when I saw
luck,
this,
buddy boy,
one of the reasons I got it is I was looking for both a bottle I recognized, but I was looking for cheap wine. I was looking for $10 wine because obviously you don't want to put $100 wine with Gatorade. right? The whole point of doing this is you're trying to get blasted. You're trying to get electrolytes,
I wouldn't put a $16 wine with Gatorade.
right? Right?
I
Of course. So I was looking
would
for
be-
that.
I would be pressed to put a good boxed wine with
I
Gatorade.
agree. You know what's really crazy? I almost got a box of wine, but I thought to myself, a lot of the box
Is
wines,
this still intact? Okay,
It is.
All right.
a lot of the box wines that
Yeah.
I like, I thought to myself, actually would be too good for this. So I thought, let me look for a bottle I recognize at a price I recognize.
Do you still have any box wine?
It's old as shit.
I mean, that's
It's like 2 months. It's like 3 months
but
old.
like mold wine.
Maybe, yeah.
Like
yeah.
if you cooked it, like it'd probably be fine. Cooked
Maybe.
it, fortified it, threw in some little.
I recognized the bottle,
Yeah,
but it was on the shelf over a tag that was a little cheaper.
Mm.
But I didn't pay attention. I just grabbed it. And then I saw how much it was, like $26, $28 or whatever. And I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I want to get this because I don't really like white wines, but I'm trying to get into white wines.
Gotta get that.
So I thought, gotta get that.
Gotta get
shake
that,
shake
that,
shake shake that. I wanted to taste this, period. I wanted to maybe try to drink some of this. I feel like we could enjoy that because I knew we would drink that fast. And I thought we can try this with the Glacier Freeze.
Ooh, maybe even the Glacier. Is it Glacier now? I want to correct you just for the.
No, wait, what is it? What is it? Isn't it Glacier?
No, you're right. You're
It's
right.
Glacier
It's
Freeze,
Glacier
sorry.
Freeze, and then Glacier Cherry.
Yeah, I wanted to try it with the Glacier Freeze.
Man, this is why we're losing our Arctic caps. Is because all of our glacial.
You're
is
putting them
going-
all inside of the Gatorade.
The Gatorade's taking all the glacial.
The
water.
Gatorade is turning the kids gay.
That's why they call it Gatorade.
Did you hear that the Onion bought InfoWars?
I did hear about that.
And I love that so much.
Did you know that Gatorade was actually developed in Florida by University? No, it's what is it?
I do know the story.
It's the Gators. It's the Florida Gators,
Yeah,
and
that's why it's named that.
Are they Florida State or are they?
I don't know,
University?
but I know the story.
You're the one with the internet at your fingertips.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because I'm fucking ready to try this. I'm being nicer to this cork because I want to be able to use a cork because this is a slightly nicer bottle of wine. We're probably going to drink a little bit of this now.
You're a lot nicer to that cork than you were to that glass. I tell you that much.
All I did was sit it down. You know, I'm really scared of not paying attention in the
And you're
glass.
gonna impale
And
yourself.
I'm going to impale myself.
Okay, here,
Did you have the urban legend about being a kid and falling on one of those gates and like impaling yourself right here? Because in New York, there's a lot of those gates everywhere. So that was like a big, like this, like
Yeah, no. The urban legend I got was like you kick or you trip on like a 2x4 or something, and the splinter goes like between your toenail and your toe. Like that?
yeah.
And then it gets like lodged like 3 inches into your foot. That was the one that or just, pedophiles.
Watch this. I'm gonna do something gross because we just Gatorwine it.
Oh, he's swamping it up. Oh, buddy.
I'm rinsing out the glass with the ice.
Oh, we call that
Also,
swamp
this
style.
bowl was definitely not clean.
We call that good old fashioned clean swamp style.
But I want to taste this because I'm looking at the tasting notes.
Down and Bayou.
And this, I thought it'd be fun to end this on this so we can go watch some AW Dynamite. It's Wednesday. You know what that means.
James was tasting a white wine.
And of course, this
he
is
doesn't
the
go-
Falangina del Segno DOC, right? I'm honestly, I think 2025, we're gonna get into wines like heavily. I'm gonna actually pay attention, but because I cook, I understand the denomination, right? This is usually Spanish or Italian,
Let him cook.
right? This is usually
Yeah.
Spanish or Italian. We usually get that, you get that with like the San Marzano tomatoes, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You need to have a designation that it's stamped. When you see this, it's not just a label, it's an organization that makes sure that the grapes or whatever it's coming from,
It's not just the label, it's a governing body.
it adheres to standards, almost like barreled in bond, only because it's wine. What that means can be different. So in seeing that, I thought to myself, oh, right. So the vineyards are Falangina. It's a single vineyard. It's aged about 5 months in stainless steel tanks in contact with its leaves, which are, of course, it's the stuff.
It's got the juice.
It's got the juice.
Do you ever watch Swamp People?
I feel like once.
I thoroughly enjoyed that show in my high school years, and as I grew up, I appreciated it for different reasons. Because initially, I was like, haha, look at these people who are living off the land and doing what they got to do to survive, and they also kind of talk kind of funny.
Oh yeah.
But as I got older, I was like, wow, these people actually have kind of a really respectful reverence of the land that they have grown up in, and they understand that their place in it only really works if they treat their environment with respect. And it's so like Discovery Channel loves to trick you with like, oh, it's wholesome family values, but this one was like, it's been on for so many seasons that like I've seen generations grow up and like take on a family business.
Whatever. They have one where they're like supposedly on Aztec land.
And Swamp People, or just
On
Discovery?
Discovery, and
Yeah.
they like aliens and shit.
Oh.
Discovery has become a very strange place.
That's a different.
Discovery.
Listen, I followed Troy Landry, who's one of the main characters of Swamp People, who has coached multiple generations and has taken on a handful of apprentices. Like, I followed him on Facebook when that was a cool thing to do.
Did he follow you back?
He followed me back.
I fucking knew it. Alt-right pipeline.
He's just a man trying to provide for his family by filling tags. And if sometimes you got to do stuff to control the gator
I've seen that before.
population.
Oh, I fucking love that. And then they all go out and they all try to get tags.
Yeah.
And then it's
he'll like buy the tags, cuz like again, he does it all through the proper channels with the department what's it called? Game
Game of wildlife.
Yeah.
Game of wildlife management, yeah.
And so he would split his tags with people who are like, look, man, I'm just trying to make a buck. Like I've been having it pretty hard out here. Like he has raised generations to show them like this is
it's like his kids, it's like his son's kids, it's like literally his son's wives.
He's even taken on like just complete strangers who are just like, I need a summer job, and he's like, well, you can come shoot gators for me on the boat. And like there's a certain, and my dad.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
I would try to watch the show with my dad because I was like, look, it's about family, and it's about like good like redneck blue collar work. And my dad actually this was his response. My dad likes reptiles too much to watch them be killed like that. He was just like, I hate to see a gator go down like that. But you see them, they're in like frequently populated areas. And it's also one of those things where it's like the more land development there is, it's just such a tumultuous relationship, and it's so many different dynamics. And
I just remember that we got really blazed and we watched a bunch of it.
yeah,
I remember that now, yeah.
but like there's a down in Bayou Sorrel, James was trying out his Gatorade, his Gatorwine. He was trying a Falangino with a glacial freeze. Now, we're going to cut to his interpretations of that delightful little drink that he's got right now.
This is so fucking good. Oh my God. But you know what?
I'm just trying to.
I like the blue Gatorade. This wine is good. It's kind of dry, which I don't really like super sweet white wines. You can tell what I like because even the two wines that I got, I didn't get anything very sweet. You know, I could have very easily gotten something.
Ooh, that's chewy.
Right, am I wrong? I could have gotten something
good white.
I could have gotten something really crazily sweet.
That's one of the good ones.
It is. You know, because of just who I am, I don't really love white wines. So I got something that I thought that I did read the back very briefly, and I was like, "Oh, this looks good." I was like, "Oh, yeah." I was like, I was like, this. I know this bottle. The tag said $11. It was like $28. I was like, you know what? I'm still gonna get it because I'm probably that way we can maybe enjoy it after or something like that.
Okay.
I thought it would be very bad. It is fucking delicious.
That is a delightful.
Pardon me.
What would you say it's most comparable to as far as like the big you got Chardonnay, Sauv Blanc, Pinot Grigio. What's another like main white wine?
Damn, I wish I didn't have a glass of wine mixed with Gatorade so I could taste it.
You didn't taste it on its own?
I did,
first?
but I want to taste it again because I
You
feel like
silly goofus.
I should taste it again. I just want to taste it. It tastes really good like this. I would say this is me going off of. I'm trying to because I didn't take good notes when I took the sip.
That's actually a beautiful color.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Too.
But also, this is very golden. This has a really good reflection. It has like an apricot kind of look.
It looks like Bahamian waters.
Yeah, so this looks really nice. I would say this has a little bit of the dryness and complexity that I like of a Chardonnay, right?
Oh my god!
But it's still that's so good. It's so good.
That's got no business being that good.
That's crazy good.
God damn! Wow.
It brings forth
Wow.
the fruit.
That's fantastic.
This is nice. It's delicate. It's crazy because I think especially it's like it's nice. It's you know what the problem is though?
What's the problem?
I don't mind this. The electrolyte taste, I recognize. A lot of people may not recognize. You did sports, so I'm sure that you recognize what the electrolytes taste like.
Mm-hmm.
This may taste better without the electrolytes. But in what this is right now, great.
If I were to be in an adult softball or kickball league at this moment, and it was like how there's beer league hockey, this is what I would bring in like a big. Oh, that was another thing I wanted to reminisce about. Gatorade wise was Sonic Powerade slushies, and I'm making it short and brief. There was always a Sonic Powerade slushie. Someone would grab one and have it in the dugout in our like high school baseball games, and they were precious. Like if you could get just a hit of that, like just a little shipper off of a Powerade slush from Sonic, God, your game would improve tenfold. If I could somehow figure out to get a pitcher of pellet ice, one of those and one of these together, and also like two teams to play adult league soccer, I would have such a good time. That would be, God, that's what I want to do for my birthday. You know what? That's what we're gonna do this coming April. We're
doing it.
We got to get a couple of teams together. We're gonna get a couple of these bottles of Falangina and Glacial Freeze. Is that right?
Glacial Freeze.
Fuck yeah. And we're just gonna get ripped and play softball. And we should get like one of those L screens too, so that whoever's pitching doesn't just get obliterated.
Oh yeah. I love that. Fuck.
All right. That's all I gotta say. I've reminisced enough about Gatorade and my sports affiliations with it. Oh my god! Was this not a good?
Was this not a good?
This was good. This was a good call. With the white,
you didn't trust me.
Here's the thing though. With the white wine, I wouldn't trust it with a Sauv Blanc.
No, excuse me.
Keep a.
Did I walk in here with a Sauv Blanc?
You didn't. You didn't. You came correct. And I respect everything that you've done here.
Damn right. That's right.
That fucking bottle. You're gonna.
Woohoo!
It's glass, not a gavel.
No, but it has the bottom is like punted and stuff. This is just cheap. This is garbage.
Punty.
Woo! All right. You know what it is. It's Wasn't a Good Taste presents Behind the Bar. My name is James.
I've been Chandler.
Listen. You need to have fun. You need to have family. You need friends. Do something good today.
I like that. That's a good closing.
Do something good today.
Have a good time.
Have a good time. Give me your best yeehaw.
Bye.
I'm the only
Bye.
one
Have a
doing it.
beautiful time.
Give me a yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. Well, my name is Champ. My name is
No. It's you gotta sweet.
Sweet.
That's how you call it a piggy's bag.
That's how you call it.
That's a little pig bag.